Hello everybody, my name is Sirhc and welcome back to another episode of Underground, my single player Let's Play series. Hey skeletons. These guys, I really wish they would stop spawning everywhere. It's getting a little annoying, but as far as I know, the most recent update that they have out at the moment is not good. It's still the one where the redstone doesn't update properly. Anyways, today we're going to work on a little special project. Halloween is coming up, and I want to do something for that. It's actually going to be kind of a big project, encompassing several holidays, and it starts right here in this circular room in the Nether. Let's wait for some of this to go away. There we go. That's going to be kind of a pain, but we'll just have to deal with it. So we have this circular room here. And the idea is we're going to make the holiday doors from Nightmare Before Christmas, or The Nightmare Before Christmas. And I'm pretty excited. So if you haven't seen The Nightmare Before Christmas, basically it's about this guy, Jack Skellington. He's the Pumpkin King. He's kind of the leader of Halloween Town, or not really the leader. I guess there's a mayor who runs Halloween Town, but he's kind of the leader, I guess. Not exactly sure what his role is, but he's the best at what he does at scaring people. And so he's their star, Halloween star. And he isn't enjoying Halloween anymore, and so he wanders off and ends up finding a circle of trees out in the woods with holiday-themed doors. There's 7 of them. And that's what we're going to do here. We're going to recreate that. So we got this big circle room. We're going to have the entrance to the room over that way where we came in. And then we're going to have Halloween right in front of us. And then we'll have one over in that corner, one on that side, one in that corner, and then one in that corner, one on that side, and one on that corner. And as we, come up to those these holidays in real life, we'll work on a little area for them. And so in here we'll have a tree with a little. I'm gonna try and recreate the doors, sort of, or at least the graphics that they have on the doors. And then we're gonna have portals going to the overworld, where we will make a holiday themed area. So it'll also be something that we can, if we continue doing this year after year, we can go back to every year and kind of add to the area. Like this year, Halloween's coming up. I do want to spend a couple of days on this project for Halloween, but Halloween is coming up and we might not have enough time to really do a whole lot. But I at least want to get this room started and do a little bit of a project in the overworld. So we can just build something kind of holiday themed for Halloween. Should be a lot of fun. So I'm going to clear out just this side so that we can make the Halloween door. Gonna be right here. It's kind of in the way. We need to still use this path to get that way. But I guess we'll just have to pass through the door or something if we ever need to go that way. But anyways, I'm going to clear this out and then we'll get the door in place, get a portal in place, and then we can start building in the Nether. I got a little section dug out here for the Halloween door. So this is kind of the height that I'm going to have to make this whole room at. It's going to be a lot of digging, but luckily it is netherrack. We're in the Nether. Should go pretty quickly. So what we're going to do, instead of like actually having this image be the door, because that would be very complicated, we are just going to have a little opening underneath right there, and then the portal will be back there, and then we'll have the image right up here. So I am using wood for the tree. Might not be the best idea, probably is not the best idea. But I ain't afraid of no fire. We do not have fire spread off, so this is definitely dangerous. It's a lot of wood that I'm putting here. But as long as we take care of any water, or not any water would be good. As long as we take care of any fire, any lava that's nearby, as long as we notice anything that starts on fire right away, we shouldn't have any problems. And if it does become a hassle, I'll just switch it out. I can use brown clay. That is definitely an option. But I think the wood is gonna look much nicer, so we're gonna try that first. Yeah, I hear flame right now. I don't know exactly where it is. I'm assuming this isn't gonna last long. Dang it. I would love to use it. I could turn fire spread off, but I think that's no fun. That's boring. Let's see. Then we'll do that. And we're almost to the top. This is a very simplified image. I didn't want these things to be gigantic. So they're not super detailed, but it should do the trick here. Let's see. Then I think it's that. And then boom, boom, boom. And I guess we'll maybe add a couple more wood on top here. And let's dig some of this out too. So yeah, the top is gonna be somewhere around here. Maybe like right at that level. What level is that? Looking at 83. So yeah, that would work. I think that's down at 64, so that's like 22 blocks tall. Not too bad. So do that and shoot. This is going to be painful unless I do this nicely. Stuff like this is why I am definitely thinking of turning off the ultra hardcore mode, turning back on natural regen. It gets to be a hassle. I like it because it forces me to, like, you know, put beacons places and to use potions. But when you're just trying to build stuff like this, I don't want to be going through potions this whole time, and I don't want to be running back to my little nether hub area just to regen. So it's kind of a pain when it comes to that. But there we go. That looks interesting. When I did it in my creative world, I didn't have it curved like this. So these were in the same plane as all the rest of the blocks. But I wanted them to be a little bit curved on here, and I think that'll work. Not a lot of detail, like I said, but I think it's enough. As long as it looks like what it's supposed to look like. I'm actually kind of wondering if I should make them stick out from the wood. Move this out one more block. Yeah, I think that I like that a bit better. Just add some more depth to it, and I think it's gonna look a lot better when we have all of the different trees with the different logos. They'll just kind of pop out a little bit more. So now we have to make the portal, and I think I'm gonna put it, let's see, that's 25 blocks away from the center. So 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Let's do 32. Why not? That's a good number. So I want them back a little bit because all these doors, these portals, are going to be kind of near each other. I mean, I'm going to be fitting 7 of them. Dang it. I'm going to be fitting 7 of them in this room. And then we're going to be building in the overworld. And so we need to have enough space in the overworld. And if this one's 32 blocks away from the center, and then like that side one's going to be 32 blocks away, so 32 times 8 is like 240 about. It'll be about 250 blocks away, that way and that way. So it'll be like pretty far away. And then we'll have this one in the corner. This one we might stick out even farther. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, it'll be kind of interesting. Hopefully none of them run into each other. I guess that's the main thing. I do believe the next one, Christmas, is over here. I think, if I'm remembering that right, I think Christmas is over in this corner. So actually next is Thanksgiving, which I think is over on that side. Maybe we'll have to do the Christmas one, or at least get the portal set up soon, just so we can see how close they will be in the overworld. We don't want to be running into each other when we do them. But let's light this, and actually I'm not going to go through it because I don't know where it's going to take me. That's kind of the problem with this underground series. It might take me above ground, so I can never go through a portal that I haven't established. So I just need to mark down the coords here. All right, so now that I have the coordinates, then I have to go to the overworld and find the corresponding coordinates and then make a portal there, and then I can go through the portals. It's just kind of a little extra step I have to do since I need to stay underground. Luckily, I didn't have to dig all the way out here. I already have this tunnel that goes out to the mesa, which I kind of planned it that way so I wouldn't have to spend so much time digging tunnels to where I need to be. Just kind of save on effort. So we need to be over at 656 and minus 912 we're already at. Let's see, where's my shovel? So we're almost there. So right here is where we want to be. Let's create the portal. And then we'll have to do the obligatory try it out just to make sure that everything is working here. Everything is right. So, and it worked. We're in. Look at all those stupid skeletons. I suppose I should grab my shulker boxes because they have potions and food and some blocks, although I think mostly it's netherrack now. But at least I can bring them back and clean them up. So now we got a nice shortcut out to the Halloween area. So now we can get started on the Halloween area, which means I'm gonna have to dig out large areas. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do, so I don't know how much space I need and how much I need to dig out. But I guess we'll just figure it out as we go. The idea I want to start out with. Oh dang it! I just looked down at it and saw that it was like gone. Because I knew it was wearing out. Well, one of these days I'll get mending enchants on my tools and we'll have an Enderman farm so we can repair our stuff very quickly. But that is not this day. Anyways, what we're going to start out with is I figured we'd need a cool place to house the portal. And obviously it's Halloween, so we want to make something spooky. And I figured the portal would look pretty nice sitting in a graveyard, maybe even sticking it in a mausoleum, or we might just have it out in the open next to all the graves and the mausoleums and everything. So that is the first idea. That's what I'd like to get done today, is some sort of nice graveyard around here. I think I said before, we might do another episode working on this Halloween stuff. But Halloween is coming up, so we don't have a lot of time to really do anything. The main goal of this was just to set up the whole holiday idea. So now we have it in place for when Thanksgiving starts to get a little bit closer. We can do a little build for that, and then Christmas, and then we have a little bit of time before some spring holidays. So I'm gonna keep digging and get a little area cleared out, get some supplies over here. Looks like I'm gonna have to get some chests down so I can put away all this stone, and then can start building. Just updated to the latest snapshot, 16W43A, and apparently they changed fishing a little bit and it breaks fishing farms. So this is my old fishing farm. It's based on someone else's design. I don't remember who it was. It's been a while, but it's kind of like one of the most popular designs here. And actually, I think there's a tripwire there that I haven't replaced. I know a while back one of the updates like broke all the tripwires, but the main problem here is before, when you right clicked on a door, on an iron door with a fishing rod, it wouldn't cast out the rod. And so the way that this thing works is that this door opens continually. So when it's closed, you don't cast out, but it opens for a sec, you cast it, and then there's supposed to be a tripwire that detects when you actually cast the rod, and then it stops the door from opening. So you sit here and you keep right clicking on the door, but it's not doing anything to the bobber or the hook. Now that doesn't work anymore. So I don't know if people have come up with a fix for fishing stuff yet. Hopefully there will be a fix. I honestly, like, this kind of stuff is a little beyond me. I tried figuring out a good fishing farm before and just ended up copying a design because I couldn't figure out how to get it to work. But yeah, this thing is pretty important to my world. It gets me food. I've been eating a lot of fish. It gets me a lot of food pretty easily. It also gives me, I guess I don't have any in here because I probably took it, but it gives me stuff like water bottles, which I guess I do get from witch drops now in my mob farm. It gives me name tags, which are always awesome to have. One of the main things, there's some, it gives me leather, which I don't have access to, and stuff like lily pads if I want to use those. So this was a very wonderful device that I could just AFK at and get, you don't get a whole lot of leather from it. But if I AFK all night or all day, then I can build up a decent stock of leather. So yeah, so far this update 1.11 has just been like breaking everything. It's making me sad, but I guess we just need to adapt. That's how it is. It took a lot of work, but I got a big area carved out here. It would be really lovely to be able to have TNT in this world. I need to find a way to get sand, though. I'm not sure how to do that. But, so, our idea, like I said, is going to be a graveyard. And I think we're going to make it kind of take up most of this space, at least. We have quite a bit of room here. We should be able to make an interesting graveyard. And one thing to note is that way is towards the center of the circle in the nether. So that means all of our holiday areas are going to be kind of over in a circle around this way. So when I build stuff, I'm going to want to mostly expand out that way, away from everything else, so that if these areas do get large enough, they don't intersect or run into each other. But I guess first off, one thing we gotta start off with is we want some sort of fence around this area. And I think we're going to do some stuff with iron bars and cobblestone walls, something like that, for a real basic fence. Then every once in a while, we're going to want this to connect somehow, or have like a pillar. Maybe we should use cobblestone. I do have some cobblestone here. Maybe use cobblestone so it blends in with the wall, and then do that as like a decoration. And then either a wall on top. Not entirely sure if I like that. Those don't connect at all, so that's not gonna look very well. Unless maybe if I do, well, come on, this is gonna be kind of a pain. But if I do that every once in a while, make it like there's spikes coming off of the iron bars. That it doesn't look the greatest. I really wish these iron bars were like darker. Hi. Just kind of standing there, being my buddy. They're really, really pale, metally color, I guess. But something like that could work. I'm trying to think of how I could make these look a little bit better. Maybe if you put two of them next to each other. Did something like that. And like that. No, then it gets too wide. Now, something like that's not too bad. I think I could get behind that. Yeah. And we got our wall in all the way around our cemetery, and I replaced the ground with grass for the most part. And this is as far as we're gonna get today. We'll have to continue this up during the next episode. Although I did want to kind of show off some ideas for what we want to do with graves and gravestones, because this is obviously going to be a main feature in our graveyard is graves. So these are kind of the three options I was thinking of. We could either do path blocks, those work pretty well, or we could use path blocks as paths. The gravel, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, so I probably won't do that. Coarse dirt is of course a great one. It looks like it's actually been dug up recently. So those are different grave ideas. And then we could do For headstones, obviously the stairs, that's a classic. Classic stairs. Another one I thought of that I don't know if I've seen too much, and I don't think we do this everywhere, but this could be a good spot. I should have taken that block out. This could be a good place to do this. Do that, and that way. Do like iron grave posts in places. It kind of has a cross design there too, which works. It works. I like it. Yeah. So we could have kind of a mixture of. I mean, we could do other things too. We could do some full blocks with like the circle stone and do some stone brick stairs and things like that. But yeah, those are some options. I'll probably mix around. So I think I'll probably. I don't know. This one's actually starting to win me over with the path blocks. It's gonna be either those or those that I do. But yeah, we'll have just lots of graves around here. I don't know if I'll put names on them. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll put people who comment names on the gravestones. And then I'll probably put a mausoleum. I don't know if I want to put one over this and put this inside of a mausoleum, or if I want this to be out in the open. I think being out in the open would be kind of spooky, and then put a mausoleum or two just kind of around here. Could be interesting. I also made a little bit of a tunnel in the nether. So I just finished this up a little bit with some orange and black spirals. So that looks pretty cool. Carved out a little area so that we could actually see the pumpkin. And I like that. This is gonna look so cool once we have all the different holidays. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Yep. But that's going to do it for today. I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope you have a very happy Halloween. Next episode, we'll just keep going on this. Get that cemetery done, finished up, and then we'll move on to something else. But I hope you've enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.